Hey guys, welcome to this assignment. So this is the assignment number 4 on SQL, and as and when we are proceeding, right? So more and more hands-on, and the complexity of the assignment will increase. So in this assignment, we are going to talk about constraints and operators. So I have created some of the questions for you guys, and you have to submit the answers. Here we have multiple choice, and also you have to write the queries as well, because we found that many of the students taking the assignment quite lightly because it's a multiple choice. So that's the reason we are adding some questions where you have to write the queries as well. And again, as and when we are going to proceed, you may have to write a lot of queries as well in the assignment, right? So without wasting much time, I'll just share my screen and I'll let you know what is the process you have to follow, and you have to follow that process. There is no shortcut on that, and also you have to follow the exact process which I'm talking about. So let's start. So here is my screen, and here is the assignment which you have. So first of all, you have to add the email address, because once I'll give you the result, it will come to your email address as well. I hope, because I explored this Google form, and I hope that you will get the answer. But at the same time, once you submit, you will get the answer as well. So you have to give your email address, which is basically the you can see the red star, that means mandatory. Name is mandatory as well. So here you can see I'm just putting my name and the details, so that we'll see how it will happen. Then here are some of the multiple choice questions. We have some of the questions which we have to go through. I'll just randomly click on the answers. I'm not sure which one is correct. And here some of the questions, multiple choice. Here, what are the errors in the below query? So you have to get the errors. You have to put the errors here, and whatever the error is, you can put it. After that, we have the HR department needs a query to display all the unique codes from the employee tables. Write the query. So here you have to write the query, but at the same time, I'll let you know you have to submit the file also, right? So here, suppose you are writing query. Here also the HR department. So you can read the questions and you understand what is the requirement, right? So for example, here the HR department wants more descriptive column headings for its report on employees. They want employee ID, first name, job ID, and hire date columns, but the output should have below column names as shown. Write a query to achieve this. So basically, the column name in the table is employee ID, first name, job ID, and hire date, but I want the column name as employee hash, employee, job, and hire space date. So you have to write the query here also. Same way, the HR department has requested a report of all employees and their job IDs. Display the last name concatenated with the job ID, separated by a comma and space, and the name of the column as employee on this. Employee and title is the column name shown below, right? So this is what the desired output we are looking for. Same way, here we have to write some query. Because of the budget issues, the HR department needs a report that displays the last name and the salary of the employees who earn more than $12,000. Below should be the output. So you have to write the query, which will have the same output. Create a query which displays the last name and the department number of employee ID 176. The HR department looking for the employees whose salary is in the range of $2,000 to $4,500. Write a query to get the output for the business. Write a query to get the employees who does not have manager. Write a query which will give employee first name and the last name as employee name. That means a single column. Salary and commission PCT. We are looking for the employees who gets commission. Write a query for the employee last name, third character is A. Write a query, displays the last names of all the employees who have both A and D in their last name. And finally, you have to create one table with all the constraints. Now here you see there is one option, upload all the code answers. So basically here you are writing the code, here you are writing the code, here you are writing the code, everywhere, almost everywhere you are writing the code. So what I want is you create a file. First of all, I am using Notepad++. I told you guys also that install Notepad++ in your machine as well. So you can go to Google, look for Notepad++ and download the Notepad++. It's a free software. You can download the latest release. You will going to use this a lot in your company as well. This is one of the nice editors which I feel, and I used it a lot. Here you can, now what I want is you write the query for example, you can say, okay, then my first question is maybe having this query: select star from employees. Whatever the answer is, I'm just writing a random query, right? My second question will have a query like select star from employees where department ID is equal to 10, right? And so on. You can write all the answers with question number, and you can go to the language and look for SQL. You can see that the keyword highlighted, these are the comments coming in the green color, which will not execute. And then you will save this file, Control S, and you can save anywhere in your machine. Let's say assignment underscore 4 dot SQL. The extension will be SQL here, right? So you have to aware of that we are storing the SQL file. So extension will be SQL, and you can see that here you will find the file, and if you go, you can open up in the Notepad++. Right, so this is the query, and this file you have to upload in your this thing, right, in the assignment. So add file, and you can choose that file, that is assignment 4.sql. It is good that if you give assignment 4 and your name also, like Rahul underscore assignment 4.sql, so it will be easy for me also to check, right? So that will be good idea. So if you do that, it will be good, and then you can submit. Once you submit that, you will get all the what do you say, the previous responses, and here you'll get the idea that what is happening, what is not happening. The correct answers I will share with you guys. I did not enable the correct answers for you as of now, but I'll share the correct answers once I'll check all the queries from my side as well, and then you will be able to access your correct answers as well. So I'll share you the document which will have the correct query answers as well, and you can go ahead and play around with that as well. Okay, so this is what I want. Secondly, these tables you will also find in the live Oracle. So if you Google around, you can see live Oracle. In this live Oracle, you will actually get the employee table. So how to access that, I'll just let you know as well, so that there will not be any problem. So once you log into live SQL, you have to sign in with your account. And I see that many of the students are looking for the other version of SQL. As I mentioned, I'll share the details, but give me some time for that, right? So by the time it's not stopping you to start your work, right? So here it will open up, and if you click on here, you can see that there is a schema. In the schema, we have HR schema. If you click on here, HR schema is there, which consists of employee tables, right? So when I go back on the SQL worksheet, I will just write select star from employees. It will not work, right? It will not work because it is in the HR schema. The table view does not exist, right? So you have to write HR.employees, and you will get all the output. You can see everything is with us, right? So that is how you have to proceed, and you will be able to solve your problem statements. I hope this makes sense. All the best. We'll see you in the next class. Till then, take care.